Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 24th. This week, make sure to check out astrojar.com. We've added more readers. You can check it out right here. And we've added more readers and even content from some of you. So that is cool. Definitely check that out. But let's see what's coming up for you this week. All right. Yeah. Definitely a lot of opportunity this week, I would say, and opportunities to do things. I mean, I think for whatever reason, a lot of you have been thinking a lot about your job and, where you stand in your job. Again, if you are employed and if you work, you could be thinking about that, like changing jobs and things like that. But let's see. Start off with the Four of Diamonds. Very good card. Represents more stability and comfort coming into your life, of course. It is a card of patience, though. It does say that this week you might need to be a little patient, especially with people around you. I would say this week you might want to be charging forward yourself, but I think this week it will require a little bit of patience and a little bit of waiting for things to happen this week. So definitely the message I'm kind of getting off of this Four of Diamonds and pretty much nothing else is that it's all about patience. And again, it could have to do with like a foundation you're trying to build. You're trying to start something new and you're like waiting for other people. So that could be a little bit annoying, but definitely be patient. Next, you have the Jack of Spades. This week, I do feel that you are going to have to be a little bit resourceful as well. I'm just looking at what else we got going on here. Yeah, I mean, I think that you are going to have to be resourceful this week in a lot of different ways. Maybe mostly mentally as well. Just thinking of different ways of doing things and also allowing other ways of doing things as well. Allowing maybe even like breaking the rules at work and things like that. I feel like a lot of you could have to do a lot of possible rule breaking, or you might have to do things you're not like 100% comfortable with, or maybe you've done things a certain way in your life, like, for a very long time, and now you have to do things differently. So that could have to do with the patience and things like that, but it does feel like a lot of you are going to have to, maybe will have a little bit of mental strain because of that, but it does look like it is going to be necessary. You have the Seven of Clubs coming up next. Again, I feel like this can represent that internal battle in a lot of ways. Like, it's not necessarily a bad card. It's actually a good card. It's a card of action and doing things to move forward in life and doing things in a new way, exactly like I said, so that things can get better. But it is that internal battle of like, being at work and needing to bend the rules a little bit and being like, well, I don't know if my boss is going to allow me to do this, or I don't know if he wants me to do that. And it's like, you're like all over the place. So it's about making up your mind on your own. I do feel like a lot of you are going to have to do that this week as well. Like maybe this week, I don't know how else to say this, but it might feel like maybe you're a little bit lonely or something. I get this like loneliness feeling. And I think what it is again, that just looking at the cards here, that you're going to have to possibly make some decisions, but it's like you're not going to have anybody to kind of lean on. You're going to have to make them yourself. So, I mean, that could be literally as well. Like maybe a lot of you are kind of left in charge and your boss is gone or something like that. And you have to make some decisions and you're like, and you can't reach out to that to kind of, help. But you're going to still have to do that. And again, this could have to do with so many other things in your life. It could have to do with your relationships and things like that, having to make these decisions. But it does look like you will be successful. You have the Nine of Clubs. Very good card. It's a card of achievement and recognition. So again, if you have to make any scary decisions this week, or you don't have somebody to lean on, just know that you know exactly what to do. And you could even kind of surprise people in leadership positions around you, or just surprise people in your life in general with kind of what you come up with. This is a very good card. Like, this is a really good card. And any of you who are involved in like social media or anything like that, this would be a great week to do extra work as well. This came up for one other sign. They didn't get this card, but whenever I see this card, I always say, if you're involved in social media, this is a great time to do extra work, to put extra work out there, to do like extra videos if you do videos and things like that, because it's all about giving yourself chances to stand out. And even if you're not involved in social media, even just in other areas of your life, like at work and things like that, it would be a good week to do like extra work, because again, it could really give you a little bit of an extra kind of like chance to stand out this week. Next, you have the Seven of Hearts. Seven of Hearts is a card of having doubts. Again, I would say let those doubts go. You have two sevens. Sevens, internal fears that don't exist. So definitely if you're thinking about doing things, I would say just do them. It might be a good week to kind of actually not think almost in a lot of ways. It would be a good week to just do things and ignore kind of your doubts and just try to move forward in a lot of ways. Next, you have the Ten of Spades. A lot of you could have, again, I feel like, again, this card is coming up this week more as that mental struggle of not really being sure what to do, not really being sure where to go, and all this other stuff. And it could be causing you a lot of anxiety and grief and disappointments in your head and things like that. Again, it feels very mental to me this week. So, this is a card of disappointments. It is a card of worry and grief. But I feel like you're just like creating it in your head this week first. And it's like doesn't even exist. You're just making things up and you're playing out scenarios in your head and things like that about things you're worried about. So let those things go and do not do that. And you actually end with the Jack of Diamonds, which is you, Virgo. And, it's always a good thing when you show up as yourself, puts you in a position of power, in a position of strength. And the other interesting thing is Jack of Diamonds is the only Jack that wants to be the king. So again, I think that a lot of you are like working towards something more. I think that's what this is representing this week, and you're actually going to get it. So very interesting week. Definitely stay out of your head this week and keep moving forward, I would say. But thank you for watching and enjoy your week.